Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it. Kangaroos his way. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Steps away. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It's as if you're in goal in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride of the 10.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rushes on him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Gets away from one. He's got space. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the... and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Williams looking for a man. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be knocked down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the pressure. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so.
There he goes. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Now facing a third and long. Williams will pass. That's caught. It's Clark. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And incomplete on the deep ball. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Williams looking for a man. Gets complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They want to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Going up top again. Gets rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Williams will pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Young. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Williams looking for a man. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Touchdown, South Carolina! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
South Carolina.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Nothing went right in that 1st half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the... He gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage, and if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take them away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Sturdivant. They'll run the screen. Boom. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got him. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
At the 20, he's got space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing.
The extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Sooners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They bring the punter onto the field now. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
54, Oklahoma, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it. Better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trucks through the defender. He has the first and still on his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Overton. Flushed out of the pocket. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Under fire. Touchdown, South Carolina. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the... And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Back to throw, it's Overton. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. To the air on first down. Makes the grab right on the sideline, but he's out of bounds, and they're going to lose yardage. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first and 10 from the 13. He makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a...
And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking to throw, it's Overton. He's got it. Did he get a foot down? He did. It's good for the 2. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. One more play to pad the stats. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Trying the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.